Okay. Do you guys want to gather on the table?
Yeah,
What do
let's
you
get
think?
everybody
Might as
come take
well.
a little closer seat so it's not so far. Okay, let's start this.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
Okay, I'll grab my purse.
Okay. Good. I'm good. All right. Hi, everybody. Everybody made it? Fantastic. So the topic of our time, I don't have a, there it is, okay. I can keep track there. All right, Brent, how long am I going till, so I know?
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
20 to 25.
Okay, fantastic. So, the topic of our discussion is the 3 foundations establishing, repairing, healthy relationship in our marriage. And there's a lot to talk about. The woman, she's walking along the beach, and lo and behold, there's a bottle. She picks it up. So look at that, a genie comes out, and she says, the genie says, I'll give you one wish. One wish. She says, oh wow, one wish. And she pulls out, she has a map of the world. She says, you see this world? I want there to be world peace throughout the entire land. Says, lady, what do you want from me here? She says, come on. She says, okay, fine. She says, okay, I want a husband who will love me, who will be there for me, warm, attentive, and supportive, and present. And he says, lady, let me see the map again. Yeah. So, in life, that's right. We want to have a happy life. We want to have a happy partner. And we want to be happy. How do we do that? So, I want to give 3 basic concepts. These 3 basic concepts, I will tell you. You get these 3 down?
Smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing from there forward, okay? The 3 concepts are as follows. Let me before I tell you the 3 concepts. What do you guys think they are? One of them. Any of them. Integral pillars yes.
Let her win. She's probably
Let her win.
Let her win. She's probably right anyway.
She's probably right anyways, okay?
Probably?
Yeah.
You're kicking him under the table.
Let her win, okay, that's one. Anyone else? Want to give it a shot? Huh?
Communication.
Communication. Buzzword.
Empathy.
Empathy.
Respect.
Respect. Appreciation. What else?
I'm still stuck on mine.
Compassion.
Compassion.
You know what, though? The right part? It doesn't matter who's right.
Yes.
That's like when we have a funny joke. When one of us is right, we go, we're both right.
There you go. Who's right? We're both right. What else? Give me some. Anything else? Any other pillars, foundations?
Self-awareness.
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 Good. I like
Good lyric.
it. Okay. Good. That was 7 or 8 pillars. So anticipation. How do you say? Anticipation. I like that. Loyalty.
Loyalty.
I like that very much.
Respect.
Okay. These are some fantastic pillars. All right?
Priority.
Priority.
Over with kids.
With the kids.
For example, spouses first.
You come first.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Excellent. This is perfect. We laid the ground. I can now tell you're all wrong. No, I'm just kidding. These are great. These are going to fit right in. Okay, they do. They fit beautifully, and I want to show you how. We know, based on scientific research, that whether you want to take from a scientific perspective or if you'd like to take from a Torah perspective, we as human beings have the most basic, primal need. Unlike Freud, who determined that our primal need is anyone? Sexual drive, that's right. And others claim that it was the need for food. But we know that it's actually the need for other. That our most primal need is to not feel alone. And we know that that primal need guides us. It guides our every move, every decision, every action we make. And from a scientific perspective, they will attribute this need to the basic necessity of life, because ultimately, I will survive if I am with others. If I am alone, I will get eaten, I will get hurt, I will not be able to conquer the lion. Whatever you'd like to attribute it to, I will not be able to survive without other. And so it is in our DNA that we need other with us. We need that. In the Torah, we know that immediately upon the creation of man, the first thing that occurred, this is not good. And so spiritually, our existence is not good to be alone. We need other. We need other with us, companionship. And research has shown that when we do feel that I have no one, and I can be surrounded by people, but I have no one to turn to, there is an extreme and total panic inside. Okay, and we live in a world now where it's very hard to have someone. We don't grow up, most of us, in the same space, surrounded by our cousins and our grandparents and our best friends all our lives from birth till 120. We travel, we move many times, and we start new relationships, and we are far away from the people who we connect and love, and many times the people whom we do love, who are naturally our turn-to people, we don't feel as connected to them in our generation as times in the past. Sometimes before the high holidays, we'll talk about God as our Father in heaven. And for some people, that is not a compelling relationship, unfortunately, the relationship that they have with their Father. And so we live in a world where we are feeling very alone. And we'll do drastic things to get a like, to get a friend, to get us something on social media, to feel there's others with us. And so in our core space with the other, our most precious and important other in our marriage, this is where we can feel the connection, the loving bond, where we can feel the presence and the support of the most important, precious persons to us. And the way that we do that, these are the three foundations. Okay? The three foundations of how to establish that relationship. How can I give that to you? And how then can we also receive that? Okay? So, the first is, do you see me? Do you see me? On the most basic, are you looking at me? Are you paying attention to me? The experience of when I am here, you notice me. I don't walk by as if I was never seen. But do you see me and do I see you? That experience of being seen, that experience sets the foundation for that I am present and here with you. The second foundation is, do you hear me? Can you hear me? When I share with you, are you processing what I'm saying? Are you taking it in? I'm expressing from my deep heart or perhaps from something very superficial from my day, but I want to know that you hear me, that you're processing what I'm saying, and it has importance to you. It has meaning to you. It has value to you. So can you hear me? And the third pillar is, are we connected? Do you feel connected to me? Do I feel connected to you? Do you like being around me? Do you enjoy my presence? Does it feel like you don't really care if I'm here or not? If I can feel that connection with you, if I can feel that connected space, that will comfort me in a profound way. And so these three concepts that modern psychological research has put them at the top of what we need to be seen, to be heard, and to feel connected. They actually are alluded to by the first three of the Shiftei Ka, of the children of Jacob, of Yaakov. That Reuven is, do you see me? Re'u is from the word re'iyah, to be seen. Shimon is shmiya, to be heard. Do you hear me? Can you hear me when I'm talking? Are you processing what I'm saying? Does it have value to you? Is there meaning to you? And Levi is from the Lashon, from the wording of connection. That do I feel that we are engaged, that we are bonding? These are the three pillars, and I wrote them out for everyone with some descriptions. Now, I can pass these around. You got one?
We're good now.
You're good?
Everybody got one? Okay.
Good
So,
go.
I'd like to zoom in on these three because ultimately these are the three foundations to establishing and maintaining a healthy marriage. Now, before we zoom in, are there any questions on these three pillars? Any thoughts? Any two questions? Yes and then yes.
It's possible for me to hear you and not know how to support you. It's possible for me to see you and not feel I can help you.
Yes.
And I think it's a two-edged sword, because for me, I feel impotent and incapable of doing what I think you need. And for you, you feel like you're not getting the attention you need, which then makes the relationship part that much harder.
Yes.
And we're not talking about one time, we're talking about a cumulative
All the time.
experiences.
Yes. That when I look at you and I see you distressed and I can't do anything, I'm so tied, it's so hard. What do I do? How do I connect? How do I be there for you right now? And this is, I'm so glad you asked that. I'm so glad you asked that. And before I answer, I want to hear this. How do you, this person, your partner is in distress, and we're seeing them in distress, and let's say that they just, someone give me something, what if they just lost their job? I can't get them a new job. I'm struggling watching them go through this. Using our three concepts, I see you, I hear you, I'm connected, engaged with you. What can we do right there in that moment?
I validate. I recognize your pain. I'm struggling because I don't know how I can make you feel better, although I would like
Yes, I want to make you feel better.
to. And is there something I can do for you?
Is there something I can do for you? Is there something I can do for you? Because I see that you're in pain. And I'm struggling. I want so much to do something that I could help you in that place of your pain. And so I see you. I see your pain. I hear you. I am processing in it, and I want to do something for you. I'm engaged with you. I'm connected to you. There are those three concepts.
I'm feeling your pain as well.
I'm feeling your pain. And when your partner is able to tell you, I see your pain. I hear, I'm processing what you're going through. I'm struggling here with you. And I want so bad to be able to help you in some way. Right there, as I communicate those three to you, if you're that partner right there, how are you feeling in that moment?
You're not feeling alone.
I'm not alone. I feel a little better. You didn't make it go away. I still don't have a job.
But I'm not alone.
But I'm not alone. I'm not alone right here. And it helps me. It helps me right there.
On that topic, it can go one step further, is not just alone, but at the time that when you lose your job, right, oh my God, that's my primary role. And to have it not just hello encouragement, but to say, not worried, you'll find another job. What do you need? I mean, it's almost like this is, and providing that shot in the arm of,
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're going to figure it out. And
so what I'm
this is
hearing you
not-
say is that I'm here with you. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, but that's part of it, but also that encouragement, like when you're a child and you do poorly and somebody does poorly on their test. I believe in you. It's okay, let's retake the test and we're gonna move on and you'll do better the next time. Same thing here, but with not a parental, but all right, well, you have great skill set and or if you messed up, whatever it is, and you'll get back on your feet again, everybody does. What can we do? Let's figure it out together. But
I think that is very, we all enjoy that support, and I think you're right. And I think that in complement with, as long as that your partner feels that you see me, that you see my pain, what I'm in right now, and I feel that you can see my pain, right? That I'm not alone in my pain. That you hear me, you're processing what I'm going through right now, because for me, this is really hard for me. And you're with me. You value what I'm going through and how I'm feeling, and that we're connected. You're here. You want to help me out of it. And perhaps the way you want to help me out is you want to give me that shot in the arm. You want to tell me that I'm great, and you want to give me that boost. And as long as you see me, you hear me, and you're connected and engaged with me, then I can take that boost.
we believe in you,
Yeah.
and you'll come out fine. We'll come
Yeah.
out fine. I'm having trouble differentiating between see, hear, and connected. They seem to me like it's all part of the same thing.
Well, it's all part, and they are all connected. It's all part of that same experience of, as what was her name?
Sherry.
As Sherry said, I'm not alone. They're all sending that message. You're not alone. And it's answering that experience, that human experience that says, it's that panic of I'm alone here. Even though I'm surrounded by you and others, but I feel separate, and say, no, I see you where you are. I see what you're going through. I hear it, I'm processing it, and I'm connected with you. I'm engaged with you where you are right there.
And one other question, isn't a big part of this respect, where I may completely disagree, and I say, hold on, tell me again, I'm not understanding this correctly, let me be sure I'm seeking to understand your perspective first. But that starts only if you respect the other person and show respect to them, not, oh, that's ridiculous, I can't believe you would say that. okay, slow down, let's say it again, let me be sure I understand it, I understand what you're saying. And sometimes you need help talking it through. So I think that a lot of this has to do with respect.
I want to understand, respect has different meanings to different people. RESPECT. Find out what it means to me, right? We each have a different meaning to it. And I want to make sure that I understand when you're saying the word respect, so more than one person said the word respect, and there's different perhaps experiences there. So if respect means that you see my sadness and you look at it and say, hey man, there's no reason for you to be sad, but to each their own. You want to be sad? Go ahead. Right? That doesn't feel respected, right?
No.
Versus you see my sadness, right? And you really see that I'm sad. You hear it. You hear that I'm in pain right now. You're processing that. That you value what I'm going through. You hear it means that you value what I'm experiencing as something important, something that has meaning. And if you don't understand it, you're going to try to understand it. You're going to make an effort until you do understand. In Hebrew, the word, when we say Shema, right, Shema Yisrael, which means to hear, like we said with Shimon, is the word of hearing, that word doesn't mean just for it to enter our ears. It means for us to take it to heart. That I'm taking to heart what you're experiencing. I want it to impact me, and I want to feel it. And I'm going to, and you experience that I'm feeling it. Then at that point, you feel respected in your sadness.
If I respect my boss, if I respect a great rabbi, why would I respect somebody who's so far outside my circle more than I would actually respect somebody who's closest to me? That's the fundamental question, is the first respect should be to somebody who's closest in your circle and can influence you far more than the people who are further outside your circle. I'm just saying outside.
And yes, and I think what Rabbi Marder is saying applies to anyone with whom we have a relationship. And all the other things that we named before he gave us these 3 foundations are important things, but these are the actions, these are the things that we need to do in order to show respect, compassion, I forget what else was mentioned.
We should have written them down, they were good.
Right.
But yes.
In order to, but if we demonstrate that we see the person, we hear the person, and we're connected to the person, then those other things are inherent in it.
So you think these come first before the other? You believe so?
Well, I think that these are, it's a combination, but these are more of the actions, these are more of the,
An expression of all the other.
thank you, exactly, these are an expression.
Yeah,
That
it's kind of a
sort of-
foundation to what we need. It puts a base space. I had a kid recently, one of my kids, that they were planning a sleepover, and it was very, they were excited, and all of a sudden the other friend calls and cancels, and it was very disappointing for this child. And I could turn to this child and say, "Oh, who cares? Who cares? Like, just whatever. We're gonna have a good time without her." Right? Or I can say to my child, "Oh, I see you really, you got all your stuff together. You were excited." And I can hear that that's disappointing. I get that. That is. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. And I get it. I'm with you. I'm with you right now. I'm not gonna, I can tell you. Then at that point I can tell you, why don't we try for tomorrow night? Or with another friend. I'll take you for ice cream. Then we can go onward from that point forward. But first, my child wants to know they're seen, they're heard, they're connected. There's space there, right? It's not an extreme case, but it goes to extreme cases too, when people lose jobs and people lose loved ones. When people are suffering, pain, a lot of clients are, I've never heard this term, but some people, it's called the sandwich generation. Have you heard this? Yeah? It's the sandwich generation. We live in the sandwich generation where we are taking care of our own children while we're taking care of our parents.
Exactly.
And it's their sandwich in between. And that's a very stressful experience in both directions. It can be stressful logistically, it's also stressful emotionally. The people we love need us, and we're being pulled. And we have our own career and our own lives to build, right? And we need someone to see us. We need to be seen in what we're going through. We need to be heard in what we're experiencing. We need to feel that we're connected, that we're engaged, that there is support where we are in that space. And that's what we build, and that's what we build together. So we didn't get to finish together. Please feel free. I got my contact information. Anybody can reach out to me. You can read through these. I hope it's helpful. On the back of the sheet are some practical applications, some questions to ask to build into yourself that experience in a very practical way, how to see, to hear, and connect with our loved ones. Thank you, everybody, for your time and for your thoughts.
All right. Shkoyach. Thank you. That sounded great. So we'll just bring everybody back for one last concluding note. That takes a lead seat.
No, not at all.
You're good.
You're good.
There's room if you'd like to move up.